Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Our notable for tonight is not known for his deep scholarly knowledge. He was definitely a pious person, no doubt, but not the scholarly type. We all know this person, and he is most known for his conquest of Jerusalem, for liberating Jerusalem. So who is this notable? Who liberated Jerusalem? Salahuddin Al-Ayyobi. Jazakallah khair. So what do we know? We hear this name, right? Salahuddin Al-Ayyobi, a very well-known person. But what do we actually know about this person? Does anyone know anything about him?
He went to Egypt, and that's when he realized that his duty is to liberate Jerusalem.
Jazakallah khair. He played a very important role in Egypt, and we're going to talk about that, inshallah. What else do we know about Salahuddin Al-Ayyobi? Anything? No cheating. No Googling.
I don't know.
Salahuddin Ayyubi was born in the year 532 Hijri. And he's actually not an Arab. He's not an Arab. He's Kurdish. Not that it matters, but probably many people think that he's an Arab. He's not. He's Kurdish. And he was born in the city of Tikrit, which is in Iraq. And interestingly enough, when he was born, his father was the mayor of the city. And it just so happened that when he was born, his father was forced to get out of the city and go to Syria. So his father saw that the birth of his son, Salahuddin, as kind of a bad omen, kind of like bad news. And he was told, you don't know. Maybe he'll grow up and become a very strong leader with a very good reputation. And subhanAllah, that's exactly what happened. He grew up and he became a very strong leader with a very good reputation. So you never know where, khayr, where goodness can come from. He was, he loved Islam, he loved Quran, he loved Hadith, and he was obsessed with expeditions and spreading Islam. He wanted the whole world to have Islam. He wanted Islam to reach all corners of the world. That was his dream. But more specifically, his dream was to liberate Jerusalem from the Crusaders. And he was saying, كيف يطيب لي الفرح والطعام ولذة المنام والقدس بأيدي الصليبيين. How can I be happy, and how can I enjoy food and sleep while Jerusalem is in the hands of the Crusaders? So he had this ghira, he had this kind of great sense of ownership that Jerusalem needs to be with the Muslims. It cannot be with anyone other than the Muslims. And we see this, as we talk about different notables, we see this common theme that they have a passion. So the scholars, they have a passion for knowledge and reading and learning, almost like they're obsessed with it. And that's really what you need. To be good at anything, you need to have a passion, right? And to have a passion, you have to believe in it. Right? You can't have a passion about something that you don't believe in. So you have to believe in it, you have to have a passion, and then you will be good at it. You can't be good at something that you don't have a passion for. You can't be good at something that you don't believe in. So this is kind of like a common theme of all of these notables that we talk about. The battle that led to the conquest of Jerusalem is Ma'arakat Hattin, the Battle of Hattin. It is a monumental battle. Hattin is in Palestine. It was monumental. It is said that the number of Muslims in the Muslim army was a little over 12,000. And the number of the Crusaders was over 40,000. Over 40,000. And in some reports, over 80,000. So at least triple. At least triple. But the Muslims, with the leadership of Salahuddin, they conquered that army. And they liberated Jerusalem in the year 583 Hijrah. So he was 51 years old at that point. For 100 years, Jerusalem was with the Crusaders, and now all of a sudden Jerusalem is with the Muslims. And the Khatib at that time, he got up and he did a khutbah, and it's a very, very moving khutbah, and he said, "Tuba lihada al-jaysh." What an excellent army. ظهرت على أيديكم المعجزات النبوية والعزمات الصديقية والفتوحات العمرية والجيوش العثمانية and something al-alawiyya. So like, you know, the gist of it is that up on your hands, like the miracles showed up, and you know, basically you brought back the time of the companions. And it is said that his battles were similar to the battles of the companions. And actually, interestingly enough, the battle at the time of Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, when he was the Khalifa, the battle that led to liberating Jerusalem was which battle? It was Ma'rakat al-Yarmouk, the battle of Yarmouk in Jordan. And the battle that led to the liberating of Jerusalem at the time of Salahuddin was the battle of Hattin. And just going back to Egypt, like any Egyptian is indebted to Salahuddin, and by extension, all Muslims are indebted to Salahuddin. Because what he did is he united Egypt and Asham. Not only that, he also cleaned up Egypt, because at his time, Egypt was under the ruling of the Fatimi state. And the Fatimi state, it looks like it's a Shia state, but they're much more than that. They're actually, even like in some opinions, they're kuffar. Like they have a very, very weird, very strange madhab. So he cleaned that up and he brought Egypt back to the Sunni. And imagine if Azhar continued to be under the teachings of the Fatimis, then our imams would be something else, right? Subhanallah. So he had a very, very big impact. And imagine all of the imams that come out of Egypt, right? So he had a great impact under the governorship of Nuruddin Zinki. So he was working under him. And he passed away 6 years after liberating Jerusalem. This is Salahuddin. 6 years after liberating Jerusalem.
That's Salahuddin?
Yeah.
So he died like he was
57. No.
Oh, 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 60.
Yeah. So he was 51 when he liberated Jerusalem, and then he died 6 years later, so he was 57. And interestingly enough, he didn't die in a battle. He died because he got an illness and he passed away. 57 years old. رحم الله هذا القائد المغوار. May Allah have mercy and be pleased with this fearless leader. We have a lot to learn from these people, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us better followers of his book and the guidance of his messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us follow the footsteps of the prophets and the companions and all of the righteous people after them. Jazakumullahu khair.